Bill.
I promised Cassie I would talk to Spitz.
Don't you see that Spitz is using you to get herself out of there? And Dorian, you know better than anyone how evil she is.
Certainly do.
And how can you believe her? You know that she'll lie. She'll do anything to get what she wants.
No, she's not going to lie to me.
Dorian, she hates you. You're responsible for her being an inmate there now, and she'll say anything to get back at you, and she hates me even more.
I'm doing this to protect you.
Protect me, yes.
These insinuations, these suspicions about you can't go on. They're not fair to anybody, but especially not to you.
You know Spitz will just lie. And I really hate the idea of you going there. And I know that she will do everything she can to hurt you.
Oh. I can take care of myself. And don't you worry. I'm rooting for you.
Max, I know I'm being selfish, but I can't help it, all right? I mean, maybe you don't care what happens to you, but I do. I really do care. I mean, Max, you have been nicer to me than anybody I know, and this whole plan is just crazy and stupid and dangerous, and I'm scared for you.
I'm just going to take the pictures, then take the evidence down to the authorities. Then they can trail Dante, find his processing plant, and nail him, all right?
Yeah, if he doesn't nail you first.
He won't. Hey, I promised I was going to take care of you and the baby, didn't I? I always keep my promises. Now just hand over the camera, sit tight. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Oh, wait just a minute. You're not going to leave me here all alone.
You're not alone. Margarita's here. Augustine is here.
Yeah, but you're the only one that I feel safe with, so I'm either going to go with you or you're going to stay right here with me, so that's it, and make up your mind. Which is it going to be?
All right. You promise to stay right by me and do everything I say.
You and your ambulance chaser seem to be sharing some private joke. Why don't you let me in on it?
Oh, I don't know, Ace. I'm not sure really it's the right time. What do you think, Pete?
Oh, I think the time is perfect.
All right. You see, Ace, I have been watching you make all these plans here on the 5th floor, and it's given me an awful lot to think about.
Well, come on then. Let me share your thoughts.
Well, I have decided to expand my quarters for the entire 5th floor.
Pam, you can't possibly expand. I rented the entire floor, except, of course, for your suite.
I know, but you see, Pete has figured out a way for me to do it.
Pam, you're not trying to tell me that you're going to dump this clown and we're going to share the whole floor together?
No, Ace, that's not what I'm trying to tell you.
You know Rob Cornell, don't you?
Yes, he's in Europe, last I heard.
Well, I took the liberty of calling him in Europe, discuss a little business. Seems he really likes it over there. He's got some irons in the fire.
O'Neill, I don't need a rundown on the boy, and as a matter of fact, I could care less what he's doing.
Oh, you really should care, Ace. See, he's agreed to sell the Vernon Inn.
To me.
Which makes Pam your landlord.
Ta-ta. And you know what the very first official duty I'm going to take as your landlord? Throw you right out on your ear.
Kate, my whole marriage to Tina was like this crazy roller coaster ride. I never knew what was going to hit me after any 10 seconds. And when it was finally over, I felt greatly relieved. Well, now Tina's carrying my child. And that's why I need to find her and bring her back to Lambview. Kate, I don't know how else to say this. I want that baby. I want to love it. I want to make sure that I'm part of its life.
That might mean life with Tina.
This may sound real cold, but I don't want Tina. I just want my baby.
Kurt, you might not have that choice.
Kate, I wish you could understand. See, I really loved Al Roberts, the man who raised me, right? He was the only father I ever knew. And then one day, not too long ago, I found out that Clint Buchanan was my real father. And I can't tell you, that made me really feel,
Cheated?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. See, I knew that it was wrong for Asa to threaten my mother and my grandmother, to tell them that they were going to be deported if they told Clint about my mom being pregnant. And my mom, she was so young, and she was so afraid of Asa that she couldn't stand up to him. She couldn't tell Clint the truth. Well, she lost out because of that. And Clint lost out. And see, I lost out too. And what I want you to understand here is that there is no way that I will let my baby lose out.
So you're gonna forgive and forget and try to start fresh with her?
No, I could never do that. See, after everything that's happened with me, Tina, there's no way I could ever trust her again. Hell, I'm not even sure I could stop being angry with her. What? Go ahead, Kate, say it.
Well, she may ask for your trust. I mean, that might be the price you have to pay to get her to go back to Landview.
Yeah, I realize that. And she may also not want to go back with me at all. With Tina, I never know what's going to happen. That is why I've got to take this one step at a time. But there is one thing I do know, Kate. That things between you and I, they're going to change.
Yeah, I know.
Kate, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you.
It's not your fault I fell in love with you.
You know, when we were dancing yesterday, and when I kissed you, well, that meant a lot to me. I hope you believe I'm not just saying that. Oh, girl, falling in love with you could be the easiest thing I have ever done.
Don't.
But listen to me, you deserve to have the kind of man who can love you the way you deserve to be loved. A man who can give you a commitment, who will be there when you need him. Kate, I want to be all those things to you. But I can't be. Not now, I can't.
Well, if I'm gonna lose you, I'd rather lose you to a baby than to Tina.
I guess that's what we're talking about here.
Yep.
Damn. Why have you got to be such an honest woman?
I don't know. Why do you have to be such an honest guy? Honest and honorable. And you are gonna be one hell of a daddy. Why don't we, go find Tina so you can introduce yourself to him or her?
American. Cock of my life, Pam, you give me one joyous pleasure and surprise, one after the other.
Now it's my time to be surprised.
Don't you see it? You have become a robber baron just like me.
No, I haven't. That's not true.
It is true. You work behind my back, tossing me in the street. Reminds me of our old glory days.
Well, as I remember it, all of those days weren't so glorious.
Oh, yes, because you were so serious. But now you found out life can be fun. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, you two probably thought I was going to whine and cry about all this, didn't you?
Something like that, yeah.
But you have it wrong, Pete. You are dead wrong. See, I taught this lady everything she knows about wheeling and dealing. And she graduated right at the top of the class. I would take her over most men in this country.
Oh, really? Well, there's a wonderful man right here, too. He happened to think of this wonderful idea.
Oh, Pam, it's not the idea that counts. It's the style. That's what I'm talking about. You've got style and panache. Oh, and don't you worry about anything. My stuff will be out of here before sundown. And then, honey, we can get on to our next match.
and glamour. Charles said that the international police have been alerted to follow Jamie.
That's right.
Why didn't you tell me? I thought we were going to be honest with each other, or do you think I'm too frail to handle something like this?
Have you forgotten our last conversation, darling? I mean, we had a major argument about my obligation to bring your son to justice. Does that ring a bell?
I acknowledge the fact that you have to fulfill your obligation.
And we both acknowledged that any discussion of this subject would be as dangerous to our relationship as it was to your marriage. Now, do I have that right so far?
Well, I changed my mind. I want to know all the details of everything that's going on.
Okay, you can change your mind as much as you want, but how about next time you just ask me instead of tearing the walls down? Huh?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you through that.
Judas. You're angry, you're frightened, you're confused. Probably half the time you wish you'd never hear your son's name again, but he is your son. You can't abandon him no matter what. I understand that. I do. But you've got to stop tormenting yourself about these imagined failures. Jamie's crimes are not your crimes, honey. They're his. You have to accept that.
I accepted that.
Well, then, what is the point of staying so close to this investigation?
Kate's involved. She's gone to Buenos Aires to find Jamie.
Did you try to stop her?
Of course I tried to stop her. You know how headstrong she is. I'm terrified something's going to happen to her.
Well, I assume Charles has contacts in Buenos Aires.
Yes, he's got friends and personal friends and people at the embassy.
Yeah, but...
Herb, I have to talk to you.
Dorian, I told my secretary I didn't want to be disturbed.
Don't blame her, and I'm awfully sorry to interrupt this business meeting. But this can't wait.
Got to move faster on this, Murray.
You said yesterday.
Can't wait any longer.
I appreciate your dilemma, Diane. But this ain't no piece of cake, you know. Moving too fast. Just...
Look, you know a lot of people, and you have information that could send half of them to jail. So I want you to start calling in favors, and I want you to find somebody to help you. Find them fast.
You're asking me to commit the big one, kiddo.
I know, but there's no other way, and I told you I am out of options.
Well, I dig. Your gravy train's about to crash, so I keep it on track for you. I get Cassie out of your way. You keep Dorian Lord's trust and your cushy place in her palace. But what do I get out of it?
Figure out something.
We settle my price before I drop one dime to save your sweet neck.
Okay. How does a small fortune sound?
We talking $500,000?
Yeah, I think I can guarantee you at least that. Time is running out, Murray, so you have to get going. Please, go. Now.
Your timing is really extraordinary.
Do you remember Matron Spitz?
Yes.
Well, she has said she will help clear up the mystery about Diane's background.
For a favor, no doubt.
Of course, for a favor. She wants to be moved out of Statesville Prison, Herb. Do you think you can manage it?
You can't ask her to intervene in that situation.
Why not?
Because you don't know what sort of political backlash that's going to cause.
Do you think I would ask if I thought it would cause him a problem politically? But I need to know the truth about Diane.
Why didn't you just check on her before you let her into your home?
Because I had no reason to mistrust her until I found out she might have been involved with your son.
All right, wait a minute. Let's just stop this right here. The fact is, I've already arranged to have Matron Spitz transferred. I've already set the wheels in motion. Let's calm down here, all right?
Oh, what a relief. Herb, really, you are a dear.
Well, you just watch out for Diane, that's all.
Of course I will. Thank you, darling.
That is the second time that she has interrupted us.
I'll be there. Pam, come on, let the construction crew clean this stuff up.
No, helps me work out a little bit my anger, that skunk.
You're getting yourself worked up over nothing.
I don't believe it. Every single time he manages to turn a defeat into some kind of a victory. I tell you, it makes me so mad. And then calling me a clone of Asa Buchanan. No, I'm sorry. That's just the final straw.
Look, he's only doing that because you really won one on him. It's a smokescreen. He's trying to get you off your guard, and he's winning.
I mean, you don't really think that I am a clone, do you?
No, baby, come here. You couldn't be a clone of Asa Buchanan's if you lived to be 200 years old. You all right? Now, come on. Now, we really put one over on him. We pulled the rug out. It's a victory. Let's celebrate.
And I do own the Vernon Inn.
To do with what you want.
Right. It is a victory. We did win. Thank you. I feel very much better. Okay.
I think the best thing about all of this is that we're not going to have to put up with any more of Ace's shenanigans.
Oh, you know, that does make me feel an awful lot better. I just think of him walking through this giant hall, pretending to look surprised, contrite. I'll tell you something. You have to admire him for his audacity.
Wait a minute. I don't have to admire that man. I'm beginning to wonder if you really want him out of here at all, do you? I mean, or do you just enjoy these games with your ex-husband?
Hold on. I'm not playing any games. And I'm delighted that he's finally going to be out of our lives. And I would like to thank you for helping make that such a wonderful victory. Come on. Say, you're welcome, Pam.
You're welcome, Pam.
So, who's on the phone? Title company?
Yeah, well, I dealt with them, but I gotta go meet with your banker now. So, say goodbye, Pete.
Goodbye, Pete.
Bye. Watch your manicure, darling.
Funny. Oh.
Dan, I think it's time we toasted your latest coup.
Hey, so don't you think it's just a little early for us to start drinking champagne?
Not when you have some strawberries with it.
Stay right here and keep a lookout, okay?
I saw Mr. Coley and his wife on the South Field this morning.
Why?
Yes, but if you wish to wait for them in the house...
No, thanks. Which direction are they going?
A mile down that road. You'll find a fork. Now, go to the right.
Muchas gracias. Will it take to bail the coke?
Oh, we'll have it done sometime this afternoon.
Uh-oh. Is that Holden's truck?
Yeah, they've discovered our crop. We can't let them live to talk about it, Jimmy, can we?
Let's go.
I'm real happy to see you, too.
I had an appointment with your daughter.
You got me instead. Please, let's sit.
You haven't changed a bit.
You have? You look terrible.
I'd like to wipe that stupid smile right off your face.
Oh, and I hear you haven't been smiling much lately. Are the girls around here giving you trouble, are they?
Watch it. I have something you want, remember?
And I've got something that you want. So let's get on with it, shall we?
It's about time you wised up about Diane. I never figured that you'd be stupid enough to fall for that kid's stories. You're very lucky that your daughter is not as dumb as you are.
Let me hear your stories. I'll make up my own mind.
You know what I had to do? I had to just let you drown in all those tears you've shed for that poor little misunderstood waif. You and Diane, you deserve each other.
Listen, Spitz. Miss Spitz. You're not going to back out of this deal, are you?
Why, Dorian, do I detect a little panic in your voice?
The DA is already making arrangements for your transfer out of here.
Where?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It does to me. I want to go to one of those prisons for white-collar crimes. I'm fed up with these cells. I need a room with no locked doors.
You committed a felony. Besides, after everything you pulled when you were matron here, I'd think any prison in this country would be safer for you than this one.
Okay. I'll give up my choice of facilities.
You will also tell me the truth, because everything you say is going to be checked into. And if you tell me even one slightly white lie, you're going to be back here so fast your head's going to spin.
You better be ready to deal with the truth. Because what I have to tell you about Diane Bristol is going to make those little toes of yours curl.
I'm listening. Be specific.
You want me to tell you now?
That's what I'm here for. Start talking.
Oh, I am going to be very, very silent. Until I see the papers on my transfer. I've never trusted you, Dorian, and I'm not about to start now.
Call the garden here. Have her call the warden. The warden will tell you that your transfer is in the works.
You know what fat chance means? Oh, the warden, he'll back up your story, all right? I'll spill my guts, and you'll march out of here and renege on our deal.
Why
No
would
way.
I do that? I have nothing to gain by it. I told you you would get a transfer, and you will. Now, tell me what you know about Diane now. I don't want to be bothered driving up here again.
As much as I love to hear you beg, I've got packing to do. I will write down everything I know about Diane after I'm transferred.
Yes, remind me to talk to the stage manager about that tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay, and don't forget you wanted to cash in some CDs and put them into a mutual fund.
Right.
Yes, have it in the safe. It's so embarrassing. I sometimes forget the combination, so I keep a little note here just to remind myself.
I hope you realize that if I hadn't given Dorian 5 minutes, she'd be staging a sit-down right now, and what is that?
Lipstick.
Whose?
Hers.
Well, you also realize that under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been upset by her being here. It's because you're so concerned about Kate, isn't it? And anxious. Let me give you some advice, okay? Trust your daughter. I mean, she's been around the world. She has great instincts. I mean, she's been in danger more than once she's gotten out of it. I'd say the odds are very much in her favor.
It's so distracting.
Yeah, that's because you're trying to deal with it all by yourself, honey. Don't do that. You tell me what your fears are, okay? And we'll find a way to work through them together.
Johnson and his men. Get in the car. Let's get the hell out of here. Wait, I forgot the camera.
Don't forget it. It's too late. Run.
Hey, go after them! Oh.
Come on, let's go look for him.
All right. Hold it.
It's my sister. What the hell is she doing here?
I'll get rid of her.
Oh, no. I've had enough to drink. You go ahead, drink it. Go ahead.
No. Can't have the last of strawberries without some bubbly.
Okay. All right, if you insist. Here's looking at you, kid.
Pam, I've got to tell you something.
Please don't tell me anything if it's horrible. Just I don't want to hear anything horrible, gloomy. No.
No. It's about the northwest wall over there.
Southwest wall.
I didn't do it.
Oh, hey, son.
No, listen to me. I went over to the mansion this morning to see my grandkids, Joey and Kelly. I knew they were nervous and upset about Vicky not being there, and I wanted to cheer them up.
And did you?
Well, I tell you, I'm right pleased. Yeah, I think I did. I tell you what I did. I took them sledding right before breakfast. Then I brought them home. I made them a whole big sack of flapjacks and got them dressed and got them out to school, and they all smiling and everything else. And I got the call. My workman, made a mistake here. And I rushed over and I see what a horrible mess they made of your suite.
Oh, Asa. That's such a very sweet story. Not one word of truth in it.
Pamela.
Oh, no, come on, don't you Pamela me. I know when you're lying. You see, you get this little crinkle right here in your left eye, just when you're about to tell a great big whopper.
You're making that up.
No, I noticed it before. I just never told you.
Well, Pamela, that means we belong to each other.
I mean, it's an observation anybody could make.
Pamela, we've shared all these years together and all this love. We can share a lot more right now.
No, wait a minute.
No, don't say anything like it's not going to work. Come on. Here we go. We're going to have the last of this champagne. I'll tell you, just hold it right there. Easy. Give it a little. I'm going to have a little. And I'll tell you what we're going to do, honey. Then we're going to make a toast. And here's what the toast is. To love. And it is nothing unless divided by two.
Ma'am, I got the eviction notice. For Asa.
Hi. What did Spitz say?
She didn't say anything. She refuses to talk until she's moved to another prison.
Well, I don't know what she can say except lies.
Diane, I am going to do everything I can to defend you, to help you, but I've got to be prepared.
Okay, Dorian. One time, some kids and I stole a bag of marbles from a dime store. And I felt so guilty that I went back and I paid for them.
She's not just going to make up stories out of thin air. She's got to know something.
You know, I will always be grateful for everything that you've done for me and for the special trust that we've shared. I'm just sorry that Cassie hates me enough to destroy that.
She doesn't hate you.
It's okay. If I was in her place, I'd be the same way.
Here. Dorian Lord here.
Hi, it's me.
Hello, Herb. There isn't a problem. The transfer isn't being held up, is it?
There isn't going to be any transfer.
Herb, you promised me.
Spitz was just found dead in her cell.
No.
All right. Hold it.
My sister. What the hell is she doing here?
I'll get rid of her. Huh? Buenos dias. Excuse me, but who are you?
We heard a gunshot. We just came to check it out.
No, no gunshot. This truck here just backfired. A little red pickup got stuck.
You work for Maxwell? Is he around?
No. No, he went to Buenos Aires with his wife a little while ago.
I don't hear anything.
Maybe they gave up. Hang tight.
Yes, thank you for calling her.
Doreen, I hope Herb didn't have any bad news.
He had terrifying news.
Well, what is it?
It's about Matron Spitz.
Don't tell me she opened her mouth and started lying about me, too.
No, she isn't going to be lying anymore. She's dead.
Oh, no.
They found her in her cell, hanging from a knotted sheet.
Oh.
They're calling it a suicide, pending an investigation.
All her dreams, they've come to nothing. From matron to inmate, it must have been more than she could bear.
Oh, come on. We both knew Matron Spitz. She might gladly go around killing other people, but she certainly wouldn't kill herself.
But you just said they found her hanging in her cell.
Exactly. It was supposed to look like a suicide, only it wasn't. She didn't kill herself. It was murder.
I want to thank you very much for stopping by.
Well, you made it sound urgent.
Oh, no. I didn't want to worry you or anything. I just wanted to tell you face to face so you wouldn't get the wrong idea.
Oh. What idea is that?
I won't be stopping by to see the children in the next few days. In fact, I don't really know how long it will be. I'm leaving for New York tonight.
A little bit of the bubbly bub?
Shove it, Asa.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You can't handle this firewater, can you?
Pete, I didn't expect... Well, I didn't think you could get things done so quickly.
Looks like somebody else moves quickly around here, too.
Oh, Petey, we just have a little conversation about old times, that's all.
I hate to interrupt your reminiscence. Pam wanted me to give you this. You got 1 hour to get out of here, Asa.
This doesn't say anything about leaving in 1 hour.
The new owner of the Vernon Inn did.
Does he always have to talk for you, honey?
Pete, there really isn't that much of a rush, is there?
You do want him out of here, don't you?
Now, hold your horses, counselor.
What's the matter? You having a problem reading the document?
No, I'm not having a problem. She owns the hotel, I'm out. But it also says something else here. Proof positive that you're an incompetent.
Now, hold on 1 minute, damn it. You just hold your tongue. I will not have you being rude to Pete.
I don't have to talk. This speaks for itself. Because of his advice, you pull one whale of a blunder.
Oh, really? Well, I happen to think buying this hotel was one of the smartest moves I ever made.
Darling, I had to do a construction check on your new investment. Whatever you paid for this flea bag, you got stung.
Oh, huh? You think so?
I know so. This doesn't need a new owner. It needs a new overhaul. When Brad Vernon bought this place 5 years ago, he did some work. Very cheap and poorly done. Now the cosmetic coverings are falling apart.
I mean, why should I believe one word you're saying, Asa?
Here's a report from my construction crew.
Okay, Asa. Now we've heard your expertise. Get out.
I will answer your document when you answer mine. O'Neill, do you deny squandering this lovely lady's money and time and energy?
Murder? No, it had to be suicide.
But Spitz had every reason to want to keep on living.
In prison? What kind of a life is that?
Diane, she was being transferred to a minimum security facility, virtually a country club compared to Statesville with this new lease on life. Why in the world would she want to kill herself? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, when you put it that way, you know, Spitz did have an awful lot of enemies in Statesville, and besides being a big bully around the place, she did help run the crack operation.
So you say it was another inmate taking some well-deserved revenge?
I think that's the only logical explanation.
Yes, except something bothers me about that. The timing of this whole thing. She says that she's going to tell everything that she knows about you, and then she's found dead.
I think it's just a terrible coincidence.
There are no such things as coincidences. She says she's going to tell the secrets that she knows about you. She dies. Your secrets are now safe. Doesn't that seem awfully convenient?
New York?
Yes, there's some people I'm going to see there, some doctors.
And here I thought that you were ignoring Judge Guernsey's order. You're going to New York for therapy, aren't you? You're going to get your memory back.
Oh, yes, I want my memory back, sure.
Oh, honey, I can't tell you how happy I am that you've made this decision.
Oh, well, I didn't really have any choice, did I? I mean, the judge made it in order.
Yes, but you're still going ahead with this thing full steam. And not just for yourself, but for all of us.
I wouldn't really get your hopes up, you know. There's no guarantee that this therapy will work.
Well, I'm just happy that you're giving it a chance, that you're giving us a chance.
Clint, you have to realize that the chances are very strongly against it happening.
I'm an optimist from way back. Now, you may not remember this, of course, but there were people who said our marriage wouldn't last a year.
Well, at least they were wrong about that.
Of course, there were people who said our marriage would last forever.
I don't think it was as perfect as all that.
Not perfect, maybe, but a damn sight better than most, even at its worst. We had something, sweetheart, that most couples only hope for. A deep and abiding trust.
Did we?
Yes. And deep in my heart, I still believe that I can trust you. And when you get your memory back, you're going to realize you can trust me, too.
Clint, please, it is going to be hard enough to do this therapy. Just as it is. Don't make it more difficult by adding these expectations.
Look, I can't help it. I can't help but look forward to the moment when you look up and see me and realize I'm the man that you married, that I'm the man you used to love and still do.
It's a lovely sentiment, but it's not going to happen that way.
Why isn't it?
Well, no matter what happens, I'm going to be in New York. You're going to be here.
Oh, no, not on your life. Honey, you're going to need all the moral support you can get. I'm not going to let you go through this therapy alone.
But you have to. I mean, I have to go through this alone.
Honey, don't worry. I will not put any added pressure on you. But I will not miss being there when you get your memory back.
No, Clint, please don't come with me.
It's settled. I'm going to tell the boys. I'll take some time off from the Banner, and we will go to New York together.
You know, I thought you were my friend. Not like John and Cassie and all the others. I thought you were on my side.
I was on your side. Till you started putting up this smoke screen instead of simply telling me the truth.
You don't want the truth. You want to accuse me.
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
Oh, not yet. But you know, before you start raking me over the coals, I have a few things to tell you.
Please do.
All right, first of all, I have not been up to Statesville since they let me out of that place. And second of all, there have been a lot of other people going up there, including John and Cassie, so why don't you accuse them?
Because as I recall, Spitz didn't have anything to say about John and Cassie. She had a lot to say about you.
And that's another thing. You were more willing to believe a woman who was convicted of drug pushing and a woman who abused her position and ruined who knows how many lives, and yet you will not believe someone who you have known and trusted.
Diane, I want to trust you, but you're not making it easy.
Well, what can I possibly say that can change your mind? John and Cassie have poisoned it against me.
Look, let's not keep pushing this thing off on John and Cassie.
Oh, right? They have really got you fooled. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry.
What do you mean they have me fooled?
Don't you see? Don't you see that they're so anxious to blame everything on me because it's their only way to cover up their own dark secrets?
Diane, you stop this.
Now listen, I have tried to tell you this before, and I told you that they were falling for each other, but they are more than that. They are lovers, and the more that you suspect me, the harder it is for you to see what's been going on around here.
Stop it, do you understand?
All right, fine. Shut up. Fine, you can live in your own little dream right with that. Shut up, and you're lying. I'm not lying. You're lying to yourself. You know, I wanted to be just like you, and I loved you, Dorian. I loved you just as much as if you were my own mother. And now look what you've done to me!
Pete does not have to justify himself to you, Asa.
You're right. He has to answer to you. Wasting your money on this rundown hotel.
All right.
I haven't enough. Now, let's forget whose fault it is and concentrate on the business at hand. Now, you either check out or you get out, or I'll throw you out.
You and what army?
All right, that is enough. No more posturing and no more name-calling.
Hey, man, now you tell him to get lost.
No! You, Asa. You do exactly what Pete said. And if you don't, then I will call an army, a whole army of bellhops, and they will have a wonderful time dragging you through the lobby.
You would just love to do that, wouldn't you?
Try me.
Well, put your 6 shooters back in your holster. How's it going?
Oh.
Well, don't let us hold you up, Ace.
Hi.
Oh, Penny. You know, you've learned an awful lot from me. Does my heart good. But don't rest on your laurels. You got a long way to go before you get your diploma. Rob a baron with honors. Chickoom.
Damn it, man. Why can't he walk through the door like everybody else?
Because he doesn't do anything like anybody else.
Wait a minute. You sound like you admire him.
Admire him right now? I truly despise him. And you want to know why I despise him is because he is right.
About what?
About me. Compared to him, I am a rank amateur.
All right, wait a minute. Don't let him get you, all right?
Oh, I would say it was a little late to that, wouldn't you? And thank you, by the way, for making me look like an honest woman, not telling him that it was not your idea to buy this hotel. It was mine.
Who cares whose idea it was?
I care. I'm the one that pushed us buying it so quickly. And you want to know the real reason why? Was because I really just wanted to outsmart Asa. Instead, I ended up outsmarting myself.
All right. You're right. I did tell you to go slow.
Yeah.
That's over and done with.
Over. Come on, Pete. Here I have a white elephant called the Burnin' Inn. The truth of the matter is, I don't know anything about, like, running a hotel.
What do you mean? You could run the world if you wanted to.
You know, I love you because you have such deep faith in me.
Your problem is you have to learn how to delegate authority, right?
Mm.
And what we have to do is find the right person, and they'll just put this place in order.
Right person.
Yeah, you look around a little bit and you... No, don't look at me.
Oh, Pete, come on.
No, I'm serious. Please. No, come on, I'm crazy. Pete. I know that. I don't know anything about running a house. Don't
Pete,
do this.
If you don't do this for me, then who is?
Who is?
Come on, I'll be the laughingstock of Landview.
Who is? We'll find somebody. We'll look around a little bit. We'll bring in a perfect person. Look, he'll check the place out. I'm sure that when he does, we'll get a clean bill of health, top to bottom. Sure. Somebody knows how to use the door. Should I get it?
Oh, yeah, please do. Okay. Why not?
Come in. Wherever you are. Can we help you?
Name is Holder, maintenance. I'm looking for the new owner.
Oh, new owner. I'm the new owner. Pamela Buchanan. Do you have a problem?
Well, there are about 100 problems. Start with the 5th floor.
Don't tell me. Has something to do with Ace's recent renovations? They're causing problems with the operation of the hotel?
The guests can't check out fast enough. The staff's threatening a walkout. Ms. Buchanan, you got a disaster on your hands.
Tell me about it. Great, right. We're not going to have a thing to worry about, huh? Oh. Thank you, Asa! Thank you very, very much.
Clint, it's very, very generous of you. I can't accept. For one thing, it is much more important that you stay here for the children. I mean, if they cannot at least have their mother, they should be able to count on having their father around, right?
Well, I never thought of it just like that, but you're right. They do need one of us around, don't they?
Yes.
Well, I just want you to remember, while you're going through those therapy sessions, my heart will be with you.
I think you have to realize that even if I am lucky enough to get my memory back, my feelings for you may not be what they once were.
I realize that's a possibility.
It's more than a possibility. You seem to be forgetting all that happened between us just before I lost my memory.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 chance. I'll take those odds. Honey, as long as there is a glimmer of a hope for us, I'm not going to stop believing.
I don't want to hurt you anymore.
Let me worry about that. Besides, I'm not just thinking about it for my sake.
Yes, I know. It's for the children. I understand.
I'm not just thinking of the children, either. I'm thinking about you. Honey, the fact is that If you turned your back on me, and if you were to win custody of the children, I'd still want you to get your memory back. For your sake.
Oh, you don't have to say that.
No, you still don't know me, do you? I want you to get your memory back for your sake, sweetheart. I care for you, and I always will.
Don't make this any harder than it already is, please.
Vicki, that is the last thing I want to do. You see, Mrs. Buchanan, you have been the center of my life. And the best part of my life for a long, long time. And I can't forget that. I want you to get your memory back for your sake. I only want what's best for you. You deserve it. Good luck in New York. If you need me, you call.
Clint, thank you.
Well, look, maybe we can help you out a little bit. No, you don't have to do that. Thank you very much. I have a man looking for a board or some branches to put under the wheels and use that, and if that doesn't work, maybe I'll just have a roper like a steer and pull around with the truck. Good luck.